This area has been blocked off for several hours as Rio Rancho police investigate that deadly shooting. Luckily, this one was minor, but it did involve an Albuquerque police officer. It happened over the weekend at Central near New York. We did want to zoom in, and we have recently just seen more flames in this area, and that smoke just keeps getting heavier and heavier. It's starting to come down a little bit harder where we are out here in Rio Rancho. It's accumulating on the sidewalks and the medians, but not on the roads right now. It's just really slushy and wet. A person in Washington state has died after contracting the coronavirus, sparking concern around the country. We have team coverage starting with Action 7 News reporter Brandon Evans with more on what school systems are doing to prepare for a potential outbreak here. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say that means keeping your distance away from others anywhere from 6 to 10 feet. We're actually not going to take flight, but why?
Because the winds aloft are too fast.
Okay. And back down we go.
Everybody is careful out there.
Cool. Well, thank you, Tristan. So you guys heard it. They're staying safe and they're still having fun. So I'll send it back to you, Sasha. It's raining pretty hard right now, guys, but the rain has not stopped anyone from coming out and getting their point across. There are a lot of people that have come out tonight to participate in tonight's Black Lives Matter protests. The governor and Albuquerque's mayor have taken a stance against bigotry and racism by creating task forces that put a spotlight on the issues that plague communities of color.
KOAT Action 7 News at 6 starts right now.
Happening now, final preparations before the 2020 legislative session starts in less than 4 days. Thanks to the ongoing oil boom, there is going to be a lot of extra money. And as Target 7 found out, there's probably going to be a big fight over how it's spent. For 40 years, you've been able to enjoy lots of different local candies and Breaking Bad merchandise from the Candy Lady. But because of this ordinance, she and many others are in jeopardy of going out of business. It's so cold that it is sort of freezing over the snow that is already on the ground. Like if you pick it up, it's really kind of just crunchy and icy. And we haven't seen any bad landings today. There are dozens of kayakers and paddlers on the Rio Grande watching for those splash and dash. So that was cool to see at least one today. Obviously, there isn't a professional football team here in New Mexico, but that hasn't stopped any of you from rooting on your favorite team and favorite players. But to keep track of which players are doing what, there is a little light reading that could help. It's a fantasy football magazine based here in Albuquerque. Some wood, nails, and lots of love goes into each desk made by David Gunter.
The first time I've done something where I get to deal directly with the people who are receiving it, and it feels great.
David, who's a woodworker, says he noticed a lot of demand for children's desks on several donation sites for the Santa Fe area.
Also, if you go to IKEA and Amazon and all these places, Office Depot, you don't see a lot of kid-sized desks, but what you do find is everybody's out of stock on desks.
And by using YouTube tutorials to help shape the layout, he created the Community Desk Project. First, he built 2. The next weekend, he made 6. And over Labor Day, he made another 10. In just a few hours, these pieces of wood will be turned into a sturdy desk. And in just a few weeks, they'll be ready to head out to dozens of students in the community. But the best part, the kids get to decorate them however they want.
When they see that they get to decorate it themselves, it's their project, that's whatever they want to do with it, their eyes light up.
David says he has help from 2 other woodworkers, but his goal is to get more people involved around the state so the Community Desk Project reaches kids all over New Mexico. In Santa Fe, Shellye Leggett, KOAT Action 7 News. Authorities have set up road signs warning drivers that there is a wildfire burning up ahead. New Mexico State Police have the road leading to Luna Canyon blocked off because that is where the fire is burning just a few miles from several ranches. A wildfire burning around 9,000 acres in the Carson National Forest is something residents in the area say they've never seen before.
For 49 years, I've never seen a fire here. Not this close, not here.
Martin Duran owns a ranch at the base of Luna Canyon. He says he knew it was a big deal when his son, friends, and neighbors started calling him Saturday night.
I wasn't panicking yet when I left until other neighbors started calling me and they said your canyon's on fire.
He says family members quickly helped clear the area around the property.
We had a bunch of family and friends up here with a dozer, some skid steers, chainsaws, and we started cutting fire line around our ranch.
As they waited for word from state police and the U.S. Forest Service for evacuation plans.
We stayed up Saturday night. I mean, I didn't sleep. I went 48 hours up.
Right now, evacuations are not mandatory.
It is suggested if you are living up in the Chacuan area or Guadalupe area, just due to the high smoke that is involved, especially if you are elderly or you're suffering from any medical issues at the time.
As the Mora County Sheriff's Department works with the Red Cross to set up shelter.
We're trying to establish or set up something with them right now for people that do or feel that they do need to be evacuated.
And at last check with the U.S. Forest Service, the fire is 0% contained. In Mora County, Shellye Leggett, KOAT Action 7 News. You don't see them right now, but the Sunport has a new addition to the team that helps sanitize and disinfect the terminal floor. The year is 3020, and robots have taken over cleaning duties at the Albuquerque Sunport. Wait, it's 2020.
When COVID started, I think that a lot of things started coming to the forefront, like how often are we sanitizing tables and handrails and those sort of things.
The Sunport, with travelers and staff safety in mind, got robots from 2 local companies, Build with Robots and Fetch Robotics, to help keep the airport clean.
Learned about all the amazing things they're doing. They also recently had a partnership with Electric Playhouse.
Meet Breezy One. The Sunport has 4.
For a human being to fog that, it would take a team of people an entire night.
Breezy One helps cut down on the heavy workload cleaning crews already have by safely and effectively decontaminating more than 100,000 square feet in less than 2 hours.
They can tell the robot which part of the airport to disinfect. They push the button, Breezy goes and does that part of the job while they do something else.
The robots have been with the Sunport for about a week, and the company is already talking with other airports to use them there as well. The Sunport says Breezy One works the overnight shift to make sure you and airport staff are safe. At the Sunport, Shellye Leggett, KOAT Action 7 News.